Hey, this is me building a $3 million per year business in public. The way these videos always go is I start with some YouTube comment Q&A, gives you guys some value right off the bat, answers your AI automation questions, and then grows my channel. Then I do growth stats across YouTube, Instagram, and finally my products. And then I talk daily business improvements. This is the main channel here, 143K subs. This is the daily updates channel. I scroll all the way down to the bottom and I answer your questions. And before anybody gets on my ass, I actually recorded daily update video yesterday, and then I just left it as private instead of public. That's what I get for getting like 4 hours of sleep last night. Anyway, regardless, you're getting 2 daily update videos today. Auto Build Guy says, I've been struggling with shiny object syndrome lately. I keep jumping between automation ideas, can't seem to stick to one. So I'm offering consultation calls instead. The idea is to identify a business's workflow, pain points in real time during the call, then provide tailored automation solutions on the spot. What do you think about this approach? Basically, what Auto Build Guy is doing is he is, instead of offering a specific solution, saying, hey guys, what do you guys need help with? Let me do an audit for you, and then I'll offer something that's hyper fine-tuned to solve your pain points. Great idea in theory, not a very good idea in practice. Why? Because how sexy is, hello, would you like a detailed workflow business audit? Compared to, hey, I'll generate you 20 booked appointments in the next 60 days or you don't pay. Obviously, the latter is a lot sexier, right? That's why everybody sells the latter. Instead of doing this, with you not knowing, what the hell the person needs or whatever, just guess at what they need. Assume that they're suffering from a problem, and then put the problem and the solution in front of them and say, I'll solve it for you, and here's a guarantee. So you don't actually have to ask. You don't have to try and do an audit. You don't have to do any of this stuff. Just assume that they're struggling from one of the very common problems that your target market struggles with. So your agencies always struggle with like some lead gen at the top of funnel. I mean, most businesses do. They struggle with like project management. They struggle with like client notifications and client comms. And then just solve all those problems with systems and then just like create 10 variants of this campaign, send it out to 1 million people, and then just like, have 100,000 of those each and then figure out which one works the best. That's actually what I do. I would not recommend doing the audit approach. Now, I'm experimenting with the audit approach all the time. We're doing it right now for Left Click for some of the bigger deals. So I will let you know how this goes. But yeah, like in general, productize is the way to go. And I think I'd recommend that. So I don't think we're going to be doing this for long. Stefan Sasenko says, what do you think is more effective for outreach, cold calling detailers, or DMing them to ask if I could send a Loom video pointing out a small mistake I found on their Google Maps listing? If they say yes, I record a personalized Loom for those who respond positively. So I don't really like doing this because what you're doing is you're doing what everybody else is doing. And generally, if you just do what everybody else is doing, it doesn't work that well. You gotta have some sort of unique take on it, right? Like this is the difference between a tactic copier and then a strategy copier. Somebody that only copies tactics will simply be saturated away because everybody else is going to copy the exact same tactic. And then just due to, economics of supply and demand or whatever, your thing will be less valuable. But if you understand the strategy behind this, then you'll go a lot farther. So yeah, the strategies obviously be unique in a market of people that are all saying, hey, can I send you a Loom video I just recorded a Loom video. Hey, I just found a problem with you. Do you mind if I send it over? Instead of doing that same super trite outreach, which is obviously bullshit, like you haven't actually recorded the video, or asking them if you could send a video, just actually like do the work, like record the video, tell them exactly what the mistake is that you found on their Google Maps listing. Let them know like, hey, I'm going to fix this for you entirely free of charge. The reason why I'm doing this is because I want you to see how good I am at this stuff. And then I think I can make you $10,000 a month more, or something by implementing something similar. Like just solve their problem up front, deliver just a disproportionate amount of value. I would say maybe look less for like hacky things that work like this. Like, can I send a Loom video? And then more on just like constant value delivery and then just like doing the work. If you're capable of doing that for a long period of time, then yeah, you'll crush. Okay, so smart move would be to split test for 4 to 6 weeks, double down on what works. If you had to choose just one method from the start, I would, if I had to choose one method from the start, I'd cold call, but like I don't think that you should choose either of these methods. If you're going to record a Loom video, do like custom Loom videos for every person. Okay, hopefully this makes my idea clear. Hi, Nick. Thanks for the info. As a fellow League of Legends player, I'm a master, by the way. I'm wondering how to handle clients, particularly regarding security. I'm working solo with 5 high-quality individuals. What you do is you get those 5 high-quality individuals together and you gank top lane. Just gank top lane all the time. Now, security when working solo. Security. So I don't really think about security that much. So it's tough for me to say. 5 high quality individuals. So sorry, do you mean like you're working solo in a team of 5 people? If so, like secure yourself to a reasonable means, but don't make security the end all be all, because if you do, you'll never actually get anything done. If you're talking client security, the way I handle client security is what I consider the 80-20. I get their credentials, so their emails and passwords to all their accounts that I'm going to be managing for them. Then I just pump them into 1Pass. 1Pass is not super crazy secure or anything, but at least it doesn't store passwords in plain text. And then because I have access to the API keys and stuff like that, I tend to be a little bit more secure than most of the clients I work with. So, I kind of coral all that together. Okay, Mr. Master? I'm hard stack gold. Nick is making an AI system better, more profitable than a workflow. I don't really know the difference here. I think AI system is synonymous with workflow. AI agent system? Oh, I guess workflow meaning procedural automations. Yeah. I mean, if you can weave in a little bit of AI, you're good. It just makes any procedural workflow that much more powerful. Madison says, big fan, got in my sales call yesterday. First one, I have to thank you for it. I also sent you my cold email template. Can you take a quick look when you get a chance? Thank you so much. Oh boy, I don't know. Can I take a look at this? Madison, I don't see this. Yeah, I don't see this. I don't want to show you the other email because it's my old website client from like 5 years ago yelling at me, and I don't want to reveal their personal information because I did so on like a thing a couple days ago, and I had to like obfuscate it. Like I had to go into YouTube and then cut it out. So would you mind sending this to nick@nicksaraev.com? This is the email that I use for all like coaching and daily updates and everything moving forward. If I haven't updated it in my bio, then I will. And if I haven't done so, which I think I have, I'm sorry for not doing so. But double check that for me, okay? Hey, Nick, you say sell first and build later. With this approach, how long of a delivery period should I tell the client? And the time given I can deliver what I pitched. I'm planning on selling to recruitment agencies. Well, thanks in advance. Something like 7 to 14 days, realistically, you're good to go. So yeah, that's about it. That's about it. Just 7 to 14 days. You can usually build whatever you need to in 7 to 14 days. Steve here, the one who targets interior designers, real estate niche for glass art pieces. I got roasted for giving a shitty email. I believe that I have asked you for a call. When can I set that up? I plan to set up messaging on LinkedIn with a Calendly link so you can book according to your convenience. Just have a note. I chained the copy according to your words and understanding, sent demo emails to 200 prospects and got 7 replies initially without any follow-ups. It's a noticeable difference, not big, but can be better. Learning to know more. Anyway, cheers. Yeah, great work, man. That's fantastic. You asked me for a call. When can I set that up? I mean, like, I don't know. Did you... I don't offer like one-on-one consulting anymore. Unfortunately, it's just not profitable for me. I got to the point where I was charging $2,500 an hour, and it still makes me less money than just focusing on Maker School and make money. So I don't really think this makes sense. I think your best shot's just taking advantage of like the leveraged consulting here. Just to be upfront with you, Steve. Hey, Nick, please answer the question. So I built a lead conversion system, missed call, text back, whatever. And I'm running paid ads behind it. Mortgage brokers. Should I include paid ads? So not just lead conversion, but also lead generation. Advice, thank you. That's interesting. So you're selling paid ads plus all of this? That's great. It's like a containerized package service. If you do, just make sure that you charge some sort of media buy fee. A management fee is usually about a third or so of a media buy. So if somebody's giving $1,000 a month on ads, you charge like $300 a month. Just allows you to very quickly and easily scale up. I'm seeing Stefan's question here is the same as the previous one, so I'm going to remove it. Tyler or Joel says, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you. Frank says, how do you operate the pass-through credits for services like Apify, ChatGPT, and instantly deduce to their accounts? If so, did the credits get auto-billed? How do you go about setting this up? No, I just get the client to pay for it. When I say pass-through, clients are paying for it. Oh, sorry. Actually, hold on. I think, was it you or somebody else that asked if you paid for it, if you set it up, and then you paid for it, how you could bill the client? No, they don't get auto billed. You have to manually do it, which sucks, which I don't like doing. So you could like score it up like once a month or something. But if you have their Stripe, then I guess you could auto bill them using Stripe after calculating the token usage on a monthly basis. I don't think that's a good idea though. If so, did the credits get auto billed? No. So they're all manually billed. Like if you want to do the pass through stuff, then just let them know how much money the tokens cost at the end of the contract for the service and then do it. And then if not, if you want to do it on an ongoing basis, then you're just going to need a way to like calculate that automatically. It sucks. That's why I don't recommend it. It's super annoying. Snapbo, appreciate the free game. Thank you, my man. What software do you use to record your videos? OBS Studio. When you zoom into the screen you're sharing or switch views to your fisheye, is that all post video editing? No, it is all current video. So I'm actually doing it right now as we speak. The reason why I do it is because it just reduces the total amount of time it takes for me to edit the videos. And then I don't actually need to pump this into post or anything. I've been building and documenting AI automation as well. What's the fastest way to scale? Well, let me take a peek at where you're at right now, man. 487 subscribers. You're the CEO of Brainbox Automation. How much money are you making? You got anything here with dollar signs on it? How you plan on scaling your agency? How you plan on doing all this stuff? Well, one of the reasons why you're probably not getting very much success with this stuff, my brother, is because you are, you don't really have any demonstrated like value to people. You know, what I mean by that is like, I can make a video on this stuff And then people will listen to me because I have demonstrated history of success in this field. Generated, I built 2 agencies, one at 92K, the other at 72K. And my agency is soon going to far, far, far exceed that because we're spinning it up again. And I've really grown the team, which is nice. So I've demonstrated success doing things that most people want to do, which is start an agency in the agency space. Obviously, people are interested in how to do that, then how to make money with it, then how to bootstrap, then how to do cold emails. Like I'm very good at all these things. So when I talk about them, obviously it's like listening to a bank robber rate his top 10 heists. It's like listening to Lionel Messi rate his top 10 plays. It's like listening to LeBron talk about like how to dunk, right? Like I'm not saying I'm the LeBron of AI automation, but I'm the LeBron of AI automation. So if you don't have something equivalent, if you don't have an equivalent amount of experience, then this inbound stuff isn't going to work. And I don't know, your oldest video here looks like it's 10 months ago when you're documenting all this. Like how much money have you made from this? You just kind of got to when push comes to shove, look at the get down to brass tacks. Like how much money have you made from this stuff? If you've made less than, I want to say like $20,000 in 10 months, or an approximate $2,000 a month, you probably would have been much better off just starting doing some sort of cold outreach or something instead of worrying about documenting your approach like you've been doing now. So I hate to say it, but what's the fastest way to scale? It really depends on where you're at. Hopefully I've made my point really clear. I did not jump into doing YouTube videos as my first shot. I made a bunch of money and I got really good at delivering actual value. And then I asked myself, hey, now that I'm really good at this shit, I could talk about it for hours without skipping a beat. It's really affordable for me to create content and people listen to me when I talk. I have some sort of authority. So maybe I should start making videos, and then it worked. Blue Aspen says, appreciate you. Thank you, Megan. Thank you. I know you've worked mainly with agencies, got a more general business cue for you. My parents have gotten themselves into a somewhat dicey situation with the deal and are buying an existing Benjamin Moore paint shop. The issue is a lack of transparency regarding financials from the seller, but the deal's closed and there's no backing out. I want to help them increase sales specifically with contractors. Right now it's majority DIY. Oops, I meant to go up. I scraped Google Maps for some leads, but I'm falling into perfectionism, particularly because for a local business like this, there are not an infinite pool of leads to draw from. So if I exhaust these leads with subpar offers, I don't know how they'd be to being pitched again. Also having trouble crafting offers due to lack of knowing, understanding my audience. Never worked with a paint contractor before. How do I increase sales? Well, this is a great idea. I think you're doing the right thing. You're trying to put yourself in front of them as quickly as possible. Offer some sort of incentive for contractors, obviously. If you're going, like contractors or whatever, then offer an incentive. Offer an incentive for bulk. Offer some like short-term promo, because when somebody comes to buy from you and then like they like your parents are at the front door and they're like super nice and they help people, the probability of them when they have a similar need coming back to buying from you again is very high. So it's not just that you generated an opportunity that sold a $60 or $100 can of paint. It's that you have now generated a situation where that person will come back to you for the next 3 years. And maybe they buy once every 3 months. That's 12 times $100. So it's $1,200. So the cost of that lead, or the value that lead brings to the, your mom and pop store, is a lot higher than the initial average order value. It's like the lifetime value of the lead, right? So you are fine to be concerned about this, but you should also know that like you can just pitch people multiple times. You can pitch people with like the same offer. They're new people that do enter your space, not super commonly or often, depending on where your Benjamin Moore paint shop is, but that's worth worrying. That's worth considering. And then, that's one way to do it. You should look into ads as well, pay-per-click ads as well. If you don't know anything about the audience, then just like reach out to some paint guys and ask. You could reach out to paint people in different cities and ask. Give them like a $50 Amazon gift card. That way your parents can write off the expense. And then just like, pick their brain on everything that they struggle with, all of their problems and so on and so forth. All right. Okay, actually, I think I'm just going to unlike this because I'm running out of time here, but thank you very much, Football Lover 2801. I will get to you tomorrow. Let's do brand stats. We are coming up on June the 25th today. Unfreaking believable that I missed yesterday's daily update, man. Okay, maybe missed is not the right term. Missed. Let's not get too hasty here. It's not that I missed the daily update. I recorded the daily update. I just didn't publish it. That's how I'm conning myself into thinking that, that we're good. 229,996. Man, you guys think I should just like do this at the end of the video? Whatever. Let's not grow attached to an outcome. Okay, cool. So what's going on here? Well, what's going on is this continues to grow. I've been advised not to bring this up anymore. I've been advised not to bring this up by 50 people. I've had like probably 30 people. They've all been like, "Hey man, you should not talk about this. This is silly. It's not strategically intelligent to talk about it to an audience of people that might consider buying your thing." Here's the thing. I think that I get where you guys are coming from with that, but it's just really cool to talk about it. All right. So anyway, what did I do? I made a post in Maker School earlier today on the Maker School roadmap for 2025. It's been 9 months since we started. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to run through all the value I'm going to be adding to Maker School in the next couple of months. So what am I doing? I'm updating and re-recording the daily program. I'm adding exclusive AI automation courses into Maker School. When I say exclusive, I mean, I'm going to teach you guys how to like do automation things. It's not just for about business. The reason why is because a lot of beginners just do not understand what they need to do in order to sell, and they feel very uncomfortable. So I'm just going to make this the end all be all. It's going to be the best place on the internet for it. And then I'm going to weave accountability directly into the structure. So I'm actually going to like encourage and show you guys and give you guys resources to form accountability pods so you guys can create deep relationships with other members of the community. So I've been advised not to talk too much about this strategy. I understand why. I understand that like talking about your worries or whatever as a business owner is not always the best when people join your product or purchase your product because it seems like your life does not have these worries. But at the same time, I do, and I feel like that's just a much more transparent way of going about things. So while I'm not going to make it my like absolute main focus, and I'll just bitch all day about community management and stuff like that, I'll definitely mention it. So yeah, suffice to say that we'll just minimize that tab over there. But things on the community front are going pretty well. I think the reason why I have all these tabs up here, by the way, is because I'm actually going through the whole Maker School curriculum right now, and I'm editing it, and then I'm updating it. So I think that this is going to significantly improve the churn. I also think this is going to significantly improve the member count, simply because we do have more members leaving than joining at this very moment in time. I should note that every other AI automation community has the exact same thing that I'm going through, but times 10. So they are much, much worse off than I am. And really what I want to do is I want to separate this from just like the hype of AI and automation, because there's definitely a lot of hype. We had a couple of people join earlier today saying like, if this doesn't work, I'm totally screwed. I need this to work so bad because I have no money. Like I want to separate my community from those people. And I don't want people like that in my group, because these people everything's on a hope and a prayer for them. They're not like, it's not that they're not serious people, but these people are in a position where this is probably not the best thing for them to do. They should probably go get a job or pay down their debts or whatever. They shouldn't join my thing. So I want to separate it from the hype. And I just want to go back to what made it work initially, which was consistent daily accountability, consistent daily work over a long period of time. Because that's the only thing that I've ever done that has ever succeeded over a long enough time period, which you could see just by looking here. If you look at my agency, daily consistent lead generation. If you look at all the content I produce, daily consistent content. That's the only thing that's ever worked for me. And I just want to get away from like the rankings and the placement. I knew that I'd grow attached to the number one status because I'm a human being, and human beings grow attached to numbers. And I knew that this would happen, and it happened anyway. So screw it. I'm not going to let it happen. And whatever happens with that exact place of the community over time, I don't give a shit about. I'm only going to worry about inputs and showing up every day, and then outputs will just manifest naturally given a long enough time horizon. So if I zoom out in a year from now, given the inputs that I'm going to put into my program over the course of the next 365 days, it is virtually impossible that I will not be and continue to be the reigning champion of the world. I just need to sort my shit out and kind of get my head right. All right. So yeah, what's my daily improvement today? I guess it's just unscrewing myself. And just being abundantly clear that like, I like talking about this stuff. The whole purpose of this is talking about this stuff. So while I appreciate all your guys' feedback on this, I'm going to continue doing so. All right. Thank you very much. Really appreciate your time today. As per usual, I'll let you guys know how everything is going in tomorrow's daily update. And I'm going to try my best to remember today not to put this one on private. All right. Rock on, everybody. Bye.